Well, good morning, everybody. I just found my first hater. Hoo-hoo, I'm harder and I need help. Guess what? Didn't I just already say that? At you. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It's like, you know what? Be original. Come on. Be original. Entertain me, please. Because honestly, I have heard it all. So anyway, how are you doing this morning? I entertained my mom this morning already with a few videos I found online. She laughed her bottom end off on one of them where this elderly lady was swearing the heck out of her husband. And she says, this could have been filmed from my front porch. I said, that's why I sent it to you, Mom. I love ya. Oh, boy. Man, I need help. Do I need help? Do I really need help? If I needed help, why don't you offer your freaking help? Why don't you be a nice neighborly person and offer your help? Why don't you come here and fix my entire life for me? Please do that. Please. No, I'm not mad. I'm just making fun of somebody who thought they were making fun of me or cutting me down. Paybacks are hell. Time for coffee, ladies and gentlemen and others and haters. I guess there's a fourth category now. Ladies, gentlemen, and haters, good morning. Oh, wow. Yeah, I already admitted to all of that. I already admitted to it. So, beat you to the punch, beat you to the punch. How about we all have a good cup of coffee now? Oh, man, my eyeballs are itching so bad this morning, guys. Oh, I guess I could probably take my allergies and my wonderful pills. Sorry. Something I enjoy doing, getting off camera. I got my lysine, my ASO, my allergy pills, and I was hitting those elderberry gummies a lot when I was like really sick. But right now I think it's allergies because my eyes are itching and burning, and they were in the beginning of the cold, but elderberry. Now, let's enjoy a cup of coffee. Or try to. You know what I didn't do? I didn't freeze some of my coffee yet this month. But I won't do that to you because that thing makes the most awful. It's just noises. It's not even funny how. I don't know. It just makes the most awfulest this noises. Excuse you, young girl. Excuse you. You're gonna trip me, babes. I love you. Oh. You're a turkey. You're a turkey. That you are. The mama love you. Oh. On. I turned it on. Well, I turned it on. Ooh. That's just another joke of mine. Man, I should totally be ashamed of who I am. Oh, I've already been there, done that. I've crawled myself out of it, too. Oh, so offensive. Yes, another Aunt T rampage and tangent, but I don't care. Wow. Oh. So, this feels like it needs to be cooked too. And I will. I cooked my sweet potato up. And I'll probably be eating on that during the day. Because, oh boy. And yes, this is a silicone microwave bowl. This son of a gun is like giant. So I think it's about, I'd say 4 meals for me. I'm not going to eat it all consistently, and I might only eat like, you know, a quarter of it and then put it in a soup. I mean, if that's okay with everybody. Am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to? Oh, that's empty. Oh, no, it's not. We'll put these up there. This doesn't have its lid. Because I was desperate to find one of those toys this cat loves so much. And I couldn't find it at one point, so I just took the lid off of a pill bottle. I wonder if I could maybe just cover it in foil, everyone. My favorite metal. I gotta wipe my nose just a second. It's being nasally. Man, apparently my dad's cold is doing the same thing. Hat cough, and his nose is running, and he can't control it. I think it was 12 or 13 days since I actually initially got ill. I'm getting surface stuff from actually taking care of my skin now. Oh, the cat's water fountain's running. Enjoying that. But we did get snow last night. Supposed to get some more during the rest of the week. I'll go show you. Yeah, I show you every day, don't I? I'm like, this stuff, and I swear at it. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I'm gonna have to clean myself, my face with that Neutrogena bar. What do they do? Do it. Get it. Oh, you brats. Hiding from the camera. Come on, LaPuff. I'm gonna call senior citizen abuse on you. Cause he's an old boy. 11 or 12? Something like that. You. What is your problem? What is your problem? My creepy cat is staring at me. Or he was. Anyway, that's one that I just took out of my bag. I mean, you're always taking the trash out, doing the dishes, doing laundry. It's never done because you always had something to eat, or you always just had a bag that got filled, or you always have the outfit that you're wearing. So those are just like never done. So let's see what our beautiful ballerina has to say today. I think it's cold too. Oh, that sunshine is deceiving. Whew. That's how much snow we got. That's how I measure it. It's on top of stuff. I'm gonna just not latch that screen door. Wow. Oh. Wish it was another bike day, man. You saw how, well, you may have watched it, you may not have watched it. It was fun to go on that thing. And I can't wait to be able to regularly do it. Oh my gosh. One thing I would like to have, Ruger or Colt or Smith & Wesson, a friend to go with me. I mean, I'm pretty sure my favorite kitchen knife could go with me. I need a sheath. I'm pretty sure I can get a sheath, or I can make one. I do have pepper spray, but really, that's going to stop somebody a little bit faster than pepper spray. And again, I'd rather have a Colt with me, or a Ruger, or Smith & Wesson, but those cost an awful lot of money. And not only do they cost an awful lot of money, but what you feed bullets, they cost an awful lot of money. Oh, I'm pretty sure though, if I pedal fast enough down that thing, somebody's not going to be able to catch me. I mean, it went 19 for me, and I have to figure out the gears. Like I was saying, the whole trip I needed to, find the booklet so I can figure out how to actually get it to do full mode if I needed to. I don't really need to. I actually like the boost. I actually like the fact that I can pedal and it just assists me up a hill while I'm still pedaling. I love that. Love it. And that's why I got a bike, not a scooter, is because I ain't lazy. I used to be, but I'm not. I got the bike because I wanted the physical activity too. Yeah, sure, I can go take some walks with my cane, or I can go take a bike ride. I also got to figure this fender out. I'm going to have my dad help me with that, because that poor thing. Well, so sometimes I put my rags up here after I've wiped my counter down because it was just water. So I just put it up there to dry. But I'm pretty sure it looked like I had a bathroom issue that day when I got home, because so I'm going to have my dad help me with that one when he's better. Remember I said the other day I couldn't find my stickers? They were laying. I looked right straight at them. They were laying on the couch. And the pen, I did open it and scribbled on a page, and it does smell kind of fruity. It's undistinguishable fruit, like Fruit Loops cereal. Like, it's fruit, but I mean, if it's mixed together, they usually just say it's tropical. Basically, it's tropical. Oh, boy, 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 boy. Ugh. Guys, there I go in my extremely dirty house, knocking things over on the floor. Oh. And Kat, you ain't eating that? Guess what? Guess what? I'm putting it back in the can. I'm going to rejuice it so that you'll eat the juice off of it later. And we will wash your plates and rinse your plates. Just a minute, Pam. I saw you messaged me. I'm making my morning video. They don't like it cold out of the refrigerator, so I stick it in here so that way our little house mouse buddy doesn't get fed. I mean, as easily as I thought he would be or whatever. And so I stick it, I could tell some people where, but I stick it over here next to this basket, which came with the dishwasher. And what I do is I rinse their plates off, and I stick them, their plates and their spoon, and stick it in there, and have it. That way I'm not looking all over the house for, where's your plate, where's your plate, where's your plate. This one I'm going to have to wait until he licks that one out. He's going to get awfully mad because I took all the food away. He's a gut. He reminds me of, if you ever saw the movie The Dark Crystal and the little girl's pet, it's nothing but like a fuzz mouth with a it just opens its entire mouth. Like I've seen some buttholes on here do. Open their entire mouth, not knowing anything. Is this done? Ooh. Steam will put you in the hospital, Tressa. Not in the hospital. Well, I mean, yeah. It depends on the steam. That one would have just needed me to wipe my hands with aloe. Which is, I've got that in my refrigerator. I'm so used to burning myself. It's not even funny. Fire is not my element. But we need it to do the things we do every day. Wow. What you got in your mouth, dude? Let me see. Oh, okay. You got something to say to me? You a fight? Come here. What you want? I'll get you. Do you want your catnip? Yeah, you guys didn't really need to see my brassiere. I give him catnip. They go crazy over that stuff. And it takes a minute for them to have it kick in too. I know I stuck it up here so I didn't think it was part of my med routine. Guys, I got a little close on my chin again. Coffee's ready. Time to have, let's see, is it too hot? It's good because earlier, maybe 2 or 3 hours ago, I finished pouring in the last of the coffee from the black coffee from the carafe from yesterday. So it was cool enough to drink because I poured the new coffee on top of that. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I need that much help, lend me your wallet, lend me your credit card, lend me your credit cards, your husband, if you have one, because you're awfully nasty, and who would marry somebody like you, or wife, or whatever. Lend me all of that, and buy me a new house. Buy me a lawnmower, buy me a snowblower, and buy me a car. And you can fix all of my issues, every single one of them, single-handedly, and you can be a martyr and a hero. Aren't you proud of yourself? Aren't you proud of yourself? Look me in my eye and say it to my face. Yeah, you have to hide behind your keyboard and try to shame people. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're disgusting. You are the disgusting problem. Oh yeah, I'm probably not going to let this go. No. I would like to. That's not how my mind works. And that's not how my mind works. So, to the ones that are supporting me, thank you very much. To the ones that are not, or that are here to laugh at me but aren't doing it in the comments, thank you very much. I mean, excuse me. Come here and drive my car and run my life for me, please. Please do that. Please relieve me of all of the adult responsibilities that I have to have. Please strip me of that again. Please do. Please do that. And please continue to try to take my dignity away that I worked my butt off to have. I worked my butt off for that. I did. So your nasty little comment is nothing. And this is a warning to anybody that's going to say a nasty little comment. You're nothing. You are nothing if you have to belittle people like that. That's the problem with society, is they just have to sit there and behind their little keyboards and think that their words mean something. Again, I'm not hurt, and it may seem like it because I am going on and on about it. I'm not hurt because if you were paying my bills and cleaning my home and taking care of my things for me, you would have the right to say those things. And I would have the right to feel a certain way about it. You're not doing any of that. You're being nasty. And I heard a horn, so it might be either Dad, because Mom just already talked to me, or it's UPS. Because I had a couple people telling me they were... It's not UPS, it's not Dad either. Maybe it's not even in my yard. I'm such a nosy neighbor. Oh, gotta wipe my nose again, guys. Sorry. Guys, gals, others. There we go, huh? I mean, I'd rather have that than have a stream of whatever. So, I've been working on a few patterns, and I actually have the two patterns memorized. I've worked on them a couple of times. I love retro stuff. My besties, well, I guess I'm a I guess I'm retro too. My besties, a lot of them, and I do have a lot of besties. I have a lot of besties. Love retro. So I have the, and this one, these aren't going to fit together, I don't think. These ones aren't. I'm going to have to use border the one because there's a significant difference. This is the African Violet one, but because you're supposed to do a color here, and then here, here, and here. But I did this, the two rows like that, so it looks like a sunflower. I have an orange one over here that I did that too. And then I have the original purple one. Here's orange. This one looks gorgeous. I think it looks like the October calendula flowers. I think that's how they're. And then I've been working on the retro daisy, which is kind of a 3D kind of thing. And it's funky looking on the back. So if you ever need to make like a purse, I would put something like one of these to line it or something, because it's really funky looking on the back. And you have to fold it here and then do this group and then fold it back and do this group and that kind of stuff. It's I think it's labeled an intermediate pattern, but I've been working on those ones and I have a certain person in mind for it, and she may be getting individual squares, she may be getting a quilt, depending on what she decides. I mean, I already discussed that she might be getting the quilt. She just like, drooled. So, sorry, my eczema was itching. That's what happens when I use, cheap laundry soap. And if people don't like my eczema itching, they can be very welcome to buy me the most expensive, scent-free, dye-free laundry detergent that there is out there on the market. You could feel free to do that. But again, if you're in my finances and doing all that stuff for me, then you have the right to tell me how to drive my car. Other than that, take a back seat. Or get out of my car and take a walk. Lee Puff is over there watching whoever's out there. She might be watching leaves rolling on there. She might be watching, I don't know what she's watching. Oh my gosh. Last night, I can't stand these things. And they come in because it's getting warmer and they're like, oh, we're awake. So last night, I think it was a stink bug. I think that's what they are. Because I did try to step on one once and it smelled nasty. But it looks like a triangular beetle. And it's not a roach. It's not a roach. I know what those look like, and it's not that. And I haven't had them here. Might be too cold for them. Too cold for me. And surprisingly, I don't have fleas. My animals don't have fleas. I mean, I can get fruit flies. Everybody gets fruit flies, not this time of year, but when it gets warmer, everybody. My sibling, Karen Song over there across the street, is meticulously clean. I mean, scrub down, wipe down, mop, the whole shebang every single day. And she gets ants and she gets fruit flies. So it's not a dirty issue. So, and, but again, with those being able to get in here, I haven't had ticks, which I should, because they're all over the place and I can't mow my lawn. I'm thinking about ordering next time I get paid one of those ones that you push. I don't want an electric one. I don't want to trip over the cord. I don't want a gasoline one because I don't want to have to buy the gasoline for it. Oh, excuse me again. I want one of those ones, and I swear if it takes care of the majority, that's great. Just one of them ones that you just take a walk in your yard and you push in front of you. I want the physical activity. I want that. The safest place for me to take a walk is in my yard. Of course, somebody could do an oddball thing and whatever. People are weird. People are weird, man. The other alternative that I'm thinking about getting, and if my dad sees this video, since I'm since my mom's subscribed, I want it's a weed whacker. But this weed whacker, you can have it as a weed whacker for a trimmer for around your house. But they put these discs, these saw discs on them, and you can buzz the top of the grass. And now that's no, wow, dude. Are you on your Zoomies? Oh, I know what your problem is. I just gave you catnip. Wow. You sound like you're about to find yourself in another world. As in, not breathing on this one. That's just his, I'm excited. Yow. There he goes. He's got the Zoomies. Because I know with this saw blade one, and he gave me a weed whacker, not a weed whacker, a hedge trimmer. And it's a good idea, and he got it for $5, and it's a good idea, and I could take care of some of the little trees with that, because my house is starting to get crowded with little trees from not being able to mow the lawn. And I probably will get doing that. But that's what I want. I want one of those trimmers, and my dad's gonna be like, "Oh, I can get you one of those for $5." I had one for $5. And I had the little attachment and the saw blade to put on it, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. Dad being the one that works with tools and things, he says, "Well, you know somebody who can do that." And I says, "Cool, take me home," because it was a night that he'd come and got me, and he was planning on driving me home. I could have walked, but they don't like me walking in the dark. I understand. I mean, people disappear. People disappear off of bicycle paths very easily. My mom doesn't even like me riding down the main road, because she's like, "People disappear, Tressa." And I says, "Mom, I'm over 50 years old. If I disappear, I've lived my life. My children are grown, and they don't need me." But I mean, that would be a sad thing for some people. But I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have to deal with it. But anyway, he drove me home, and I says, "Okay." I started putting it in the car. He goes, wait, I got all these other projects. This was like 2 years ago. I got all these other projects. Yeah, it's just like the refrigerator sitting on my porch. I got all these other projects. That was like 2 or 3 years ago, too. I don't know what to do with that thing. I really don't know what to do with it. I mean, if you want to pay for a dumpster for me, you're welcome to do that. If you want to do that, that'd be great. And then there's a mini fridge sitting out there that when I took it out of my house, because he had control over my money at the time, so he had allotted the money, and he went and picked it out for me because he knew what would save me money on electricity. So he went and picked that out. Well, when we took the mini fridge out there, which you've seen me, oh look, the snow is this high and this high and this high, or that low on it. I lifted it up and I put it on the porch, and I was going towards his car. He says, "Oh, I don't have any room in my car for that yet." And I said, "Well," and he says, "Well, I want it because I want to put it in my campers." And I says, "Well, for one thing, you're in your 80s. You're not going to be going camping. Mom's not going to go camping unless you pick her up and put her in the vehicle for her." And I said, "For another thing, if you really want the thing, I want to get it off my porch." I keep telling him, I want that off my porch. I want it gone. I'll come get it. I'll come get it. I was busy. So here I am. How are those? Oh. Oh. Oh, that's where that deck of cards went. And I know what he would do is he would put his trailer on the back of his car. He'd drag it over here. Well, if it was empty, he'd drag it over here. He'd drive behind his house and go dump the stuff. That's what he does. Wonder why I'm like this? Wonder why I'm like this? I was taught. That's how I grew up. Mom says the same thing. She says he's pretty much the issue. My my sibling was like that. But she had issues with the state. And she had to clean her act up. I've had people come in here. I've had people see it in the state that's in now. And they go, where's the mess? Well, it was just because I had gotten rid of it before. I wasn't ready to let go of it, but I had gotten rid of it. I'm ready to let go of it now. So it was basically our environment we grew up in. Not that Mom didn't try, except for their generation had children so that they would have little butlers and people to clean their house for them. Otherwise, we were outside. We were outside breaking bones and and eating lead paint and stuff. That's what we were doing, man. That's my filler word. If I can't figure out, or it's in between thoughts. This is one thing I like to do, is do that with cards. Now, these cards are difficult, or different to me, because they're waterproof, and they're clear, and they're plastic. I could take these in the bathtub with me, or... I think that they advertised them for playing on a boat or something. I don't have one of those either. If I had one of them, yay go me. I'm only allowed so many assets too. So, easy to shuffle. You're full of crud. And even the boxes. See, waterproof. I like different kinds of playing cards. I refrain from buying them because some of the ones are like just ridiculously priced. I mean, I do have, I think it said it glows in the dark. I haven't opened it. I have a Walking Dead one, and I have a deck that is like about that wide, about that, big. It's a big deck. But I got that one at a yard sale for like $0.25. So I thought, oh, for $0.25 I can add that to my collection. And yeah, I watched The Walking Dead. I did. It was good until it started spinning off into things like this really, really big main character is gone, so we're just going to spin off and figure out what happened to the rest of them. Then we're going to leave you hanging, and we're going to start another Fear the Walking Dead. And then we're going to leave you hanging on that one, and we're going to start, Daryl Dixon's story over here. That's like, will you please just give me the whole story? No, they won't. No, because it's just another moneymaker. It's another sequel after sequel after sequel after sequel that didn't need to happen. They could have tied it off on some other story, but they didn't. Yay, rip off. Oh, he's giving me compliments to the chef. I'll have to go and take care of that when he's done with it, or he's gonna do that anyway. He does that after he goes to the bathroom. He will go in the litter box, do his business, scratch, and let me know it's there. Then he takes off like a rocket and goes, "Meow." like it, like he just, like a whole weight was lifted off his shoulders or something. Just boom. Oh, it wasn't him. He's over there finishing the rest of the food that I put down. I told you he'd be yelling at me if I didn't. If I didn't leave that down there, he'd be like, "Where is it? I wasn't finished yet." Must have been her that was scratching away. Oh, they like to let me know. This is mine, and he used it. You need to take care of that. Or, Mommy, flush my toilet. And having kids or having animals, you take on those responsibilities. I promise you that I will take care of the things that you cannot. So, I'm not complaining about kitty cat duties. I'm just saying that's the routine with the kitty cat duties. Duties. So I don't even know what the heat temperature is out there. I think it's 40. I think it's going to be up to 40 Fahrenheit today. But inside it's like 73. That's about where I keep it at. Yeah? What are you going to say to me now? Huh? Oh, yeah? What? You haven't got much to say now. The camera's pointed at you. Phantom kitty. My dad. Aren't you so beautiful? It's a beautiful girl. And one thing that I'm happy to show people, these cats, I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but look at how healthy her fur is. Yuck. Yuck. You're a good girl. Look at the way she grabs my hand when I pet her. They love me. They're healthy. They're happy. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, he's a buffalo. He's a buffalo girl. I love it when she sits in this spot because I have this up. I don't think it shows much privacy, but it makes rainbows, and she's got the perfect palette for making rainbows. Yeah? Okay. Oh, I was gonna move my hand because that's what you do when you want me to move my hand, and then you grabbed it. Huh? Yeah, Chuckle girl. Chuckle girl. So yeah, their fur is more healthy than my hair. and you saw how buzzy balmy he is. And I told you he's like 11 or 12, 13. I think it's 12 this year. I may be wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong, guys, gals, and others. But did you see and hear the way he rips through this house? They're healthy. Nothing wrong with them. He sleeps a little more than he used to. You want your feather? We could try that. Oh, is it your turn to... It's his turn. Oh, yeah, it wasn't the UPS man on my part, the honking that I heard. It was probably just the neighbor. There's a neighbor out back of me. Out that way. I've discussed them before, I think. They have a grandson that's about the same age as my grandnephew. And he might have been getting in the car playing with Orrin. Because that's what my grandnephew does. My dad will drop them off, and she takes her stuff to her apartment. And a boy sits on Pop-Pop's lap and pushes every single button in the car. Dad's like, well, I gotta readjust the GPS. I gotta readjust the radio. I gotta readjust. But he had fun. Oh, that kid's a hoot. But anyway, he's about that age. So what I might have been hearing is little guy got in there pushing the buttons. So, and I heard the chickens out there. Every morning about this time, I hear them out there just and I'm like, oh, I know what that sound is. And I tell Pam, I go, they make eggs every morning about this time, and I think of you, you crazy chicken lady. Scratching on your old boot? Huh? You scratching on your old boot? How come you're only cool when you're not on camera? Oh. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Oops. I left something on my floor. Oh, no. I actually just picked it up. Speaking of that, did you finish your... There we go. Yeah, we did. Now I can go and wash this off. I wear this one around the house because I think it's a little too loud to be wearing outside. But that's covered. Okay, let's turn on the light for the aloe. There you go, aloe. We'll put you on the bike seat because I'm not taking the bike out today. Rinse this off. That's something else, is my nasty water, which I've seen, which if you have a couple $1,000 to dig a new well and to go and fix the, or go and fix the one that I have, you need to be quiet about that too. But I have it turned up to the highest heat because it says that the smell could be bacteria. And it could be. I mean, sinks collect that kind of stuff. But they said that if you flushed it out with the highest heat once in a while, that would go away, which works. So I have it on the highest heat. Clean. There they are, sitting there, drying off. That bunch of tools. Through those. I'm pretty sure there's just like, there's tacks here and screws there, and that's what the bulk of the thing is their little stuff. But it's little useful stuff that I will be using. So I need to go through it. Which I might do today. Which I might or might not do today. Because I'm waiting 2 packages. Pam and Moody got me a birthday present, and they're supposed to be here today. But UPS says there's only 1 package on its way, so... I mean, there's a warning on UPS that's saying that there's storms going on, and I just showed you the snow that we just got, and we are getting. So, that's happening. So I just gotta wait. I mean, they can't do anything about needing to be safe, do they? Can they? I wouldn't expect a daddy or a mommy or a cousin or an uncle or an aunt or anybody to be putting their life in danger so I can get a trinket in the mail. I mean, that's absurd and disgusting that people think that, do it now, you should be working through rain and snow and sleet and hail. For goodness sakes, these people are alive and they have lives and they're humans. You could treat Canine from Doctor Who like that, maybe. But we're not from Stepford. We're human beings. And I've discussed that about my friends that do handcrafts. It's not their fault that they sent their package out to you and it got stuck in the mail. And again, of course it got stuck in the mail. Somebody's family member has to deliver that to you and to be safe doing it. Somebody's family member. You think of your mom delivering that to you through the snow that they would have to drive through to get to you. Or the hurricane that they would have to drive through to get to you. You think of your mom doing that. If you respect your mom. If you don't, find somebody that you do respect. And you put them in that place. And you think, would you want them there? No. I'm sorry. Like Temu stickers can wait. Nobody's life is worth a thing. Just because it was inconveniencing you. They didn't bring the storm on either. So, get UPS informed delivery, for one thing. They'll tell you when your stuff is showing up. They'll track it for you. And you can pay for them to give you every step of the way that it goes. But once it's out of the seller's hand, it's not their fault. Oh, Aunt T's on tangents today. Squeaky baby. Man. Him and his voice, he... Poor thing sounds like he's knocking on heaven's door. What do you want, stalker? See, you don't do cool stuff when I point the camera at you. Are you embarrassed? Are you shy? Are you shy? What? Do you want to go out there? I'll put you out there. I'll put you out there on the porch. I promise. You want to go play in the snow? What you want? I need to make my bed. Oh. Here he is. Hi, Bebas. You need some... See, look how shiny he is. And yeah, he did. He did. He looked really sickly, and I brought him up to health. Suck a boy. Here's two babies. Good boys. Your mama love a boy. Hannah boy, Hannah boy. Mama love her tweaker baby. Hannah boy, Hannah boy. Mama love her tweaker baby. Ooh, I showed my knees, you guys. I showed my knees. I better get me an OnlyFans. I mean, I only say that because I think it would be funny if I were doing that. If I were doing that. Some people I've seen probably should have one of those because they would make a profit off of that. Me? I'm a stanky old hoarder lady. And you've all seen proof I'm not stanky. Speaking of that, I do feel a little... Oh, that's another thing I was going to say yesterday when I was putting on my body mist and my deodorant and stuff. is I've taken to, and I dropped it on the floor yesterday, so I need to pick it up. When I make my bed, I Febreze the sheet, then I Febreze the blanket that's going over top of it, and so on and so on. So I Febreze each layer. Maybe another reason why I'm getting the contact stuff, which it's again not so bad. I think a lot of the itching that I do is more like picking, more like fidgeting. Which I said the other day, I'm also not very far from a fidget spinner most of the time. If I have to sit still, my fingers have to be doing something. And obviously I crochet. Oh, I was talking about my pink dress that I was wearing yesterday, which needs to go through the wash, but it's Monday. So later this evening I'll do a wash. The second one that I got, I think it was last year I got it, was this purple and white one here. And it's got sleeves on it, so... Oh, there we go. Let's see my tattoo. There's my tattoo. That's the very first tattoo I ever got. My friend tattoo artist said, A, that's a prison tattoo. And B, it's on backwards. And I told her, well, considering the dude that did it came out of prison, and we did that at my mom and dad's kitchen table, and I think I was one of his practice skins. So, I could do a tattoo tour, I guess. I mean, I had my dragonfly. One of my mom's best friends passed away, and I got that just before she passed away. She was a very important auntie to me. I have love on my arm. My daughter's first autograph and one of her first little creatures she created. I have used Google Translate for this one. Let me wipe that off just a little bit because it says wolf. Bina has vampire across hers. We were watching Twilight and we decided to get matching tattoos. But I told her I refused to get werewolf. At the time I said, this is a trend and I'm not going to get werewolf printed on me. That's just a no. So I got wolf. I'm the lone wolf. I'm untamable. And I'm a wild feral animal. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My niece and I got one together. It was a flash tattoo kind of $35 thing, and that's for my grandpa. And one of my other nieces have the same birthday as my grandpa did. Journey. Bina and we liked Elvis music. And we didn't know anybody with a C, but I'm Tressa and she's Bina, so we did that. Hers is pink. She probably wishes it was like black and red or something. I do have Elvis. Love his music. Love his music. My nephew had a tattoo thing and he put his name on my... But his first name disappeared and his other name is disappearing. He got it for Christmas or something, and I said, put a tattoo on me. He's like, what? He got scared. He thought he was hurting me. I looked at him and I says, honey, do you see the rest of my ink? I'm okay. I don't want to hurt you, Auntie. I'm like, you got to get over that if you're going to do tattoos. Good guy. Good guy. And then, yes, it is a farting monkey. That is my sense of humor. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. The tattoo place in town, its name is, it's in Sheboygan. It's a ninja monkey tattoo. Monkey. Yeah, ninja monkey. And a friend of mine was working there, and Bina and I were driving past, and she goes, "There's the new tattoo place in town." I said, "What, monkey butt?" And she says, "That's hilarious." So we told my friend, and they said to me, "I have to put that on you." I'm like, yes. So it makes me laugh. It's funny. And I honestly don't get these for you to enjoy. That's why this one that I have to show you this way is technically upside down, because you're supposed to be able to put your arm out like this and show it right side up. Anyway, I got it so I can look at it. So to me, it's not upside down. Like I said, I'm not getting these for anybody else but myself. These are not for you. And then we have this one. It needs a touch up, but it says my daughter's names on it. But it's probably 20-some years old. And he had to do some really tiny work to be able to get that in there. And I didn't expect tiny lines to stay crisp unless I got them touched up. Most of mine have, well, actually, the only one that got touched up was the Jailhouse unicorn. The unicorn story is, I wanted to know what a tattoo felt like. And the only way to know what it feels like, because it's a different experience for everybody, is to get one done. So he says, I'll do it. I'm like 19 years old, 18. Okay. So that's how that happened. The rest of them, except for my nephew's name, was professional. It was done by professionals, and they didn't need to be, I don't think they needed to be touched up. And I can't afford to do that anyway. I mean, thank goodness for my friends that said, hey, I need some skin. And I'm like, I have skin. And they are professionals. But I said, hey, I got skin. And they're like, yeah, cool. And they did that for me. They gave those to me as gifts. They didn't charge me for it. And that's why I'm not saying a gender and I'm not saying a name. Because I don't want somebody to exploit this person. Or think that they're going to get freebies off of them just because they're nice to them. That's not how it works. They cared enough about me to help me feel pretty. They said to me, I'd show them a big old masculine tattoo, and they're like, I'm not putting that on you. You are a girl. You are a beautiful girl. And you are not going to be wearing man tattoos. So they did this for a self-confidence and as a gift to me. And I'm not going to have people exploit them for it. They did it professionally, and they did it in their chair in the professional salon. And I mean good friends from I changed this person's kid's diaper. So, I mean, I watched this person's kid for a few years. Missed them too. Love them. Their whole family, good people. I know a lot of good people. And that's another reason why I am actually mentally okay. It's because I do know a lot of good people that help me realize that I'm not what certain people decided that I was. They help pull me out of there. I mention Pam all the time. I mention Bina all the time. And this friend, I mentioned this time. I have my niece and nephew, the nephew that put the tattoo on me, they are not blood related. My mom adopted their mom. So they are related to me because she's adopted, and that's my sister. That's my sister that doesn't live near me, but I miss her too. So they're not blood related, but they are adopted. I mean, they are legally adopted. So they are my niece and nephew. I don't know where I was going on. Oh, that tangent. I'm looking around and I'm trying to figure out things to do for the rest of the day. So I guess I'm going to have to turn this off and make a video for you. And my heartfelt apologies to anybody that was here, that is here, and innocently being kind and having to hear me chew somebody else out. But I guess that's just how you deal with life. And I'm not chewing everybody out. I'm chewing that one individual person out. And they know who they are. And later on, they're going to get hushed. Because apparently you can't block people, but I can hush them. I will take their power away from them. So, anyway, have a good day. Maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't. Susan, here's your 15 minutes of fame. And here's your opinion that you are entitled to have. I have no clue why it's a highlighted comment, but YouTube right there says to keep comments respectful. And apparently you followed their guidelines by not swearing at me. So here's your 15 minutes of fame. Feel better and polish up your keyboard, you keyboard warrior.